Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to yet another interesting nighttime POV. The car I have here is the all-new 2025 Mercedes CLA, and I can say that Mercedes have done a great job at nailing what this car is as an electric car, and not just only an electric car, but also a Mercedes. So let's jump straight into it. This is all new CLA. It's going to be offered in the CLA 250 Plus and the 350 Plus, and also a plug-in hybrid model will be coming up in the future. The car I have here is the 250 Plus, and it's in AMG line, which makes for a more aggressive front and rear bumper, and you just give this car a more aggressive and sporty design styling. Also, the AMG Plus comes with retractable door handles, which can go flush into the body of this car. Mercedes have decided to no longer call this a coupe but a sedan, so this is the CLA sedan according to Mercedes. There's going to be a shooting brake which will be coming out in early 2026. This car is equipped with a 87 kilowatt hour battery capacity and a usable 85 kilowatt hour battery capacity. It has an electric motor on the rear axle which provides 268 horsepower and about 350 newton meters of torque, and is good for a 0 to 60 of 6.2 seconds. But that's not just the only thing about the drive system of this car. The rear electric motors of this car are in two stages. It's a two-speed gearbox in the rear of this car. The rear electric motor is a two-speed gearbox. The second gear is actually good for giving this car range. One of the impressive points of this car is the range it gives. According to the WLTP range, this car can give you a range of just a little bit under 500 miles, which means that this car can give you a range of almost 700 to 800 kilometers, according to what Mercedes claims. Now, this 87 kilowatt hour battery capacity can also be DC fast charge. This is the first time that Mercedes is offering an electric car in 800 volt battery architecture, and it can charge from 0 to 80% in 25 minutes. This is equipped with 320 kilowatts of DC fast charging. This car has a very, very interesting and charming personality, I must tell you. In the front end of this car, you have this light bar that goes across, that spans across the front of this car. And if you look here, there's a theater that is going on in front of this car, as you can see here. Apart from this light bar, you have these LED stars that are all lit, and also the LED Mercedes star in the center of this car that is lit. When this car approaches you in your rear view mirror, you'll be unmistaken that this car is a Mercedes. Also, in terms of the personality of this car, you can hear a little hum when the car is unlocked, just to let you know that it's there. If you listen, it just hums. And also, the light bar in the rear of this car does this animation when the car is unlocked. And if you look carefully, you can see that the light bar is pulsating ever so slightly. That's interesting. The joy and the theater of this car doesn't just end on the exterior of this car. It also translates into the interior of this car. So let's hop into the interior of this car one more time. As you can see, this is the key fob. It looks so slick and, high quality. This car is equipped with proximity sensor. So when you walk up to the cars with the keys in your pockets, the car senses your presence and it unlocks itself. If we can first of all quickly look at the front trunk of this car with the double pull on this tab. This is a decent sized front trunk. It's about 100 liters of boot space, which is good for keeping your charging cables instead of putting them in the trunk or boot of this car. Talking about boot of this car, let's quickly look at the boot of this car also. And I like that you can open the boot with this Mercedes logo here with push of a button. The boot also has good space. This boot provides you 408 liters of boot space, and it's power operated and can be closed with a button, which is really, really nice. So let's quickly hop into the interior of this car. Just first thing, opening the door, of course, this is a frameless window. Before even going inside, if you look, there's this subtle Mercedes star that just glimmer, or I would say pulsate, just like the rear, which is a nice touch. And we hopped into the beautiful interior of the Mercedes CLA 250. And one look in this interior, and you can see how beautiful this interior is. I really like the aesthetics of this interior. It's a really pleasant place to be in with the screens. This has one, two, and a third screen that can be optioned, but here is the main infotainment system of the car, and it's Mercedes Super Screen, as they call it, and it is 14-inch, and you also have a 10-inch, driver's instrument cluster. This is Mercedes' latest MBUX system. The graphics are clear, everything is easy to read. What really excites me about this car is, just the way the interior of this car presents itself to you. All the LED ambient lighting, the LED ambient lighting on the center console area. I'm so grateful that this center console is not in piano black. You have a wireless charging um, pad here, and then you have an array of, touch capacitive buttons here. The steering wheel is also touch capacitive. This is a really great system. It is some of the most impressive infotainment systems that I have seen and I have used. This is the Mercedes new digital assistant, which you can use to say, "Hey Mercedes," and it responds to you.
Could you repeat your input,
Cancel.
please?
Cancel. Yes, this system is based on, some Google and Chat GPT system. And this system is so clever that it can answer most questions naturally, or you can ask it most questions. And my use of this car, it works really, really well. This is a very, very beautiful and well built interior, and I like it. But then let's head out on the road. If you look, there is no physical start button because this car is equipped with keyless go. So you just get into this car and put your foot on the brake and put this car in drive, and it's ready to go. This car is a very, very pleasing car to drive, and maneuvering in tight parking spots like this. On this physical array here, on the bottom of the infotainment screen, you can also pull up the cameras of this car. This car has some of the best parking cameras that I've seen. It is so clear. The graphics are so crisp. I like how, it shows the car moving in real time. The 6 cameras of this car really do justice to the way um, this parking cameras work. And of course, the 3D mode you can use to see. I just find this so impressive to use. That would be difficult without a parking camera, but glad Mercedes have equipped this car with this parking camera. So let's head out on the road. This electric car is very, very easy to drive. I mean, even the power that this electric car delivers, the 268 horsepower of this car is, very, very, sufficient for this car. And I would say it's all the power you honestly ever need. I have been a proponent for, not just putting more electric, horsepower, or, putting a lot of horsepower in electric cars. But I think that automakers should, concentrate on giving electric cars more range, because the range that this car, delivers, it's it's honestly enough, or more than enough range. This car is not pretending to be a sports car. This is not a sports car. It's not pretending to be. It's just a very, very incredible daily driver. This car drives really, really well. It's equipped with all the tech gadgets you want. Some of the things that I would say about this car, which of course we have no choice but to accept now with electric cars or with modern cars, it's the minimalist approach that Mercedes have taken. Which there are no physical buttons in the interior of this car. Everything is packed into a screen. Of course, there's an array of buttons on the lower part of this climate control, but they are still touch sensitive buttons. Everything is on the screen of this car. We can also pull up the menu of this car, pull up the menu, and you have other different car settings, and you have apps that you can download apps on the infotainment system of this car. You can see the different ambience lighting color configuration in this car as we circle through them. You can also go in individually and cycle through the ambient lighting color, and it responds really fast. There's almost no lag from the change of the color and the change on the surfaces of this car. It drives pretty well. The technology is good, and as a package, this car actually makes for a great proposition in terms of people who want to switch from internal combustion engine cars to electric cars. But that's it for me in this POV drive. One more look at the interior of this Mercedes, and I would say thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.